Today, I'm on my way to see Tanmanjeet Singh Dhesi. He's the MP for Slough in the UK and the only turban-wearing Sikh in the British Parliament. Let's get a chance to talk to him about what inspires him, what drives him in terms of passion, and some tools and techniques that he uses to be an up-and-coming leader in today's society. Hi there, welcome to SaviLeaders. SaviLeaders.com is a great place to go if you want to find out about tools and techniques that some of the great leaders that we have out there actually use. Now, this week I've got a fantastic guest with me, and it is the MP, freshly elected, I think, and maybe a few months now into the UK Parliament. Introduce yourself and tell us about what do you do every day, you know?
Well, Dr. Savi, pleasure to be on SaviLeaders. My name is Tanmanjeet Singh Dhesi and I am the MP for Slough, elected last year, and it's great to be on your programme.
Well, thanks so much for, we are going to show this in different media outlets, but one of the questions I always ask leaders, successful people or people that have got a real drive and passion, right, is, clearly there's lots around motivation, but in terms of your day-to-day work, how do you, and we've spoken about all the different things that you do and all the different subjects that you need to know, 1 minute you're talking about immigration, the next minute you're talking about Brexit. How do you keep all that information in terms of up to date? How do you get that knowledge and know when to refresh it?
Well, look, as with anything, you've got to have a real passion for what you do. So if I'm a parliamentarian, if I'm in public service for the last more than a decade that I've been involved in public service, either as a councillor or as a mayor or as a cabinet member, involved in various charities or as a school governor and so on, whatever you do, if you've got a passion, then you will do it very well. You got more of a chance of doing it well. But the other key thing is in terms of being up to date with issues, you've got to read widely. But if you've got a passion for something, you will read widely. Whether it's with regards to business, whether it's with regards to theology, or whether it's with regards to the community, politics, current affairs, history, whatever it is, once you start to read around various issues, then your own opinions themselves are refined, because the power of the pen is such that the more and more you take in, the more and more informed decisions that you'll be taking. So whether it's in business, whether it's in politics, in media or elsewhere, medicine, etc., that it's all dependent on how well you research the subject as well. But as an MP, while I would read, I've also got a team around me as well that they help to collate information, and I'm only as strong as the individuals around me as well. That those people are crucial to me. Even within a business, I know that you interview many business leaders. They need to have a strong team around them. It's not just the chief executive or the chairman of a company that does it. It's the management, it's the workforce. That sometimes you have ideas coming from R&D department. Sometimes it's actually from the workforce on the ground who can give you those ideas. But you've also got to have a drive. An ambition to actually do things, to deliver on things, and then you need to hope that people come and support you in that endeavour. So all of those things I think are important, and hopefully will help you to acquit whatever role you want to do.
So when you're, say for example, you've got a particular subject, you have to stand up in Parliament sometimes, and you have to ask a question. So you're going to need to know the subject inside out. Obviously, you said you've got the team that can help you assemble that. But do you write notes, or do you have something that how do you rehearse what you're going to do? Do you stand up in front of the mirror, or have somebody else to come and say this is the structure you should use, or you've got a particular technique that you use?
No, I think sometimes it's certain things that you can learn, but as I say in Punjabi, you've either got it or you haven't. Sometimes you need something within you as well that actually draws you toward that. So, and that's, in essence is about the passion, as I spoke about before, that if on a particular issue you would read around it, but then ultimately, when you're standing, it's only you.
So do you have like
You've
4 or
got
5
to-
bullet points there that you say,
Yes,
actually,
yes.
these are the key things that, or you've rehearsed in your mind, these are 4 or 5 things that I really need to put across, and I'll put them in
It's
terms of like a...
it's over the last decade plus, sometimes I'll a speech, so I would write something, or I'd get other people to research and try to
Well, yeah, that's a
collate
good point, actually,
information.
because somebody might write a
So-
speech for you,
so,
and you've got to read that out,
But sometimes you've got to be doing things off the cuff. You're in a public meeting, even in Parliament. Sometimes you haven't got the ability to refer to something. Sometimes you only have bullet points, and then you've got to collate your thoughts around those bullet points as well. So it's about knowing the subject matter, but it's not a one-fit-all model. It's not that each time you will get something, you will have days to rehearse, or sometimes you literally will know about the subject on the day. You make a few notes, or on the actual on the spot that you actually say something. So it's very, very varied, and within politics, that's one thing that you become very accustomed to, especially in town hall meetings, or when you go to events or functions. That you've got to know about the various subjects. There's no point turning up to a charity function, where an organisation is doing something and talking about Brexit, or talking about what the state of the financial markets are. You've got to know about that specific role that organisation does, and the key individuals involved as well. So you build up gradually a database of individuals, of organisations, and then you just hope that that it all comes out correctly at that point in time.
So it's really actually knowing your audience, knowing your subject, and like you said, you build up that experience over time as well.
Yeah.
And then obviously rehearsing is good if you've got time to rehearse.
Yeah.
But like you said, off the cuff is often the case.
A lot of the times you just haven't got the time. So you're going from event to event, and sometimes you might only have 5 minutes to look at notes that. Or sometimes you haven't even got 5 minutes.
Right.
So
you've got to be able to kind of absorb information very quickly and decipher through the things
That's
that we
right.
need.
I mean, something like my maiden speech in Parliament,
Right.
I actually had time to sit down and write the speech, and think about the things that were very, very important to me. So when I sat down one night, on a weekend, the week before I was going to actually, the following week I was actually going to deliver the speech. That I had to think very, very carefully and hard, very, very hard about trying to squeeze and congest within 10 minutes everything that was dear to me. So whether it's in terms of the community, whether it's in terms of faith, family, friends, supporters, the values, political.
The last thing you want to do is miss
ideologies.
somebody off, isn't it?
So that's that's one of the rare occasions where I've actually had time to write something myself, to write. And have to try to refine it as well before delivering it in Parliament. But that's not how it is the case on most occasions.
Well, there's fantastic tips. I really appreciate your time today to give us just a few minutes of your time. I know you're a really busy person. You've got so many things to deal with, so many issues to deal with, and also some really great initiatives that you're involved in as well. So we wish you the best of luck, and thanks so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Dr. Savi, and thank you for coming to Slough. And
to the Labour Party
Slough.
HQ. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.